Melanie, how you been?
Hi, Tony. I'm good, thanks.
Well, it's been a hot week.
Yeah, and a very hot day today, too.
Hot. Well, we're not complaining because this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. And who don't like it, that's their business. All of y'all who around here halfway talking, you know, you're only Christian when you go in church and talk. I ain't checking for you all today. We're running a new show with a new energy and a new purpose. And this show is to uplift, motivate, inspire, and bring sensitivity to all the struggles around town. In the Bahamas, there's so much trouble. I ain't even talking about the crime, and I ain't talking about the bad woman, and I ain't talking about the bad man, and I ain't talking about the good woman who playing bad and the bad and the bad. I ain't dealing with that. What we're dealing with is that we can bring sensitivity. I know you could beat me and tell me I'm a male chauvinist. I'll take that too. You got any money? Bring that too. Don't leave the money. So, Melanie, what you said?
Not a thing. So hot and I am so sweaty. I have to wear a headband today to keep all the sweat off my face.
Man, don't talk with a headband. Talk with a new hairstyle.
Oh, this?
Call it popcorn shake. Boy, it's getting worse. It's going from moist to what's up.
No, summer is here, so you just go free in the summer, man.
Yeah, you're going free.
Yeah.
Free in Jesus.
Free in the summer.
Free in the summer. What our show is based on today? What our show is today? What a man.
What y'all men want us women to know.
Well, ladies, you got it. I can give it to you just like this. Blows. I can throw blows. You know, y'all woman, too stubborn.
Well, let's get moving. Folks are here. Kim Hannah says hi.
Hey, Kim, I love you. Hey, Kim, good to see you. Girl, listen to me. I see you was all dressed up and sexy. You think I wasn't watching? I'm watching good, but you, my good friend, you know I love you all. You, Tina, and the whole crew. So, I wish to bring some. You know what? Let me clear the business first, and then I can talk about talk about what we talking about. You know the problem is, people don't like man who talk straight.
No.
Why y'all want man to talk round the corner? If you ugly, you're ugly. If your dress don't fit, it don't fit. And if you bad in the bed with sex, I can tell. Come out this bed because you can juice. So simple as that. So to
You really
to waste my time. This day, this day is my day, and I can tell you all, no man want a woman who can choose. I don't even want you hold on. I want you shake. I don't want you hold on. This the day. Kim, you shouldn't have come to the show today. This the day. That's why man is leave some of y'all. You're shaking bad.
Kim says she loved the topic, so
She loved the topic.
yeah,
But anyhow, I can get the heart of the topic.
hear what Tony have to say to
but
us today.
This topic. Well, you know, I gotta ask the question. And I'm going to the show today. You sure you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
You got me? I want you to look at me today. Don't look at the camera. You just come in there. Yeah. So, let me ask the question. What do you think a man wants from a woman?
What do men want from women? Men want a lot of things from women.
Yeah?
Yeah. Respect, support, sex. And even though you say y'all don't want to cook and clean, y'all want y'all food and y'all want y'all house and you want your clothes clean.
You said it. I live it. You said it. And that's what is so screwed up today. You know that's what y'all think women want. Can I communicate
Kim
with you?
say she hollering.
Yeah.
You gotta hollering, Lord have mercy.
But you think that's what man want?
Y'all don't want respect, number one.
Yeah,
Support,
Hold on,
number two.
Hold on. Let me tell you what the beginning what man want.
What man want at the beginning?
Man wants a feminine woman,
Okay.
not a masculine woman. what we have today, majority of the time, the problem we have with it is where a woman don't bring the
The feminine side of them.
energy.
Oh.
She bring this masculine energy. You want me to explain that too? Like, she comes with this energy.
To match yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it don't work. How you could? See, I'm a masculine. I'm a masculine energy. She a feminine. So you bring this masculine energy. You trying to tell me with your mouth when to talk. Let me give you an example what I talking about. Me and you have an argument. Me and you argument. The first thing a woman gonna say, that ain't true. And they go on off. And then you think they kind of crazy because they go off and shoot off to the moon. And then when they shoot off energy. So you supposed to be with the feminine energy. You're supposed to be the humble one, the loving one.
Okay.
With all the care and passion you bring a new. Take it easy, buddy.
Okay.
Calm
So
down.
one thing y'all don't want is a boss.
No.
Kim says that you all also want companionship.
Yes, but that's the same thing as a feminine energy. You come to me, you can be. What do you say? Your favorite word? Submissive. That's what you will use. The Christian is say submissive, so I can use. I go with them Christians today. They use submissive, but they mean a different submissive. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What they mean?
Shut up and be stupid. Woman,
Oh,
shut up.
okay.
Be stupid. Go to church.
But that's not exactly.
No, that's not what the Lord wants. So Kim, I can communicate with you.
Okay. So Kim is asking the question, so should we shut up and be submissive?
Well, that's what the church want. No, Kim. What? When we say feminine energy, I want you to understand that if you want me to be respectful to you, then you have to have this energy of working with me, not trying to dominate me. There's too many women try to dominate the man. Even if the man makes the mistakes, you don't have to dominate him. You could work in harmony and love together. Even if he's wrong, you could say, honey, you know what? It don't go like that. Or, honey, you know what? I think you're wrong. So you bring that feminine energy. Because when you take away the masculine energy from the man, he then shuts down. You know, you say men don't talk. And when men stop talking, you get nothing done. All you have is talking to the wall. A man might say, okay, or yeah, okay. But in actuality, he's saying, you dumb, stupid woman, keep talking. Because all y'all do is talk. So I even ain't listening. But I gotta, because I want to have sex tonight. And I want to, so I gotta humble myself and make you seem that I'm listening. But I'm totally not listening. And when you dominate me and take away my masculine energy, you creating all sorts of problem in your relationship. Because now what's going to happen, I am semi-rebelling in silent. So what I'm doing, I am withholding finance, communication, good conversation, and my attractiveness to you.
Okay.
And it's a problem, especially in the Bahamian woman, when they started to dominate you, they make you almost, like the people say, you become, the word they use on the street is sissy. You come like a sissy, you keep your mouth shut, or the woman is in charge. And they call you punk. Like the fellas is calling you, boy, you letting that woman, you's a punk. But you know what happens? The poor man has to restrain himself, and then he brings this feminine energy. With too feminine energy, we have a little difficulty with the
Comments, yeah.
comments. Okay, we'll try to get it up. And when he brings those, I'm gonna get you comments. We have a little difficulty. We can bring it up. And when you have too feminine energy, everything goes downhill from then. All right, because by you dominating me, you will not see the real feminine man and the true me. What you see, what is happening, I am now dodging confrontation, dodging every thing that I can because I want to stay quiet in the corner. And then if you push me long enough, I can go outside for comfort. So once I go outside for comfort and I meet Melanie and I have a conversation with Melanie and Melanie shows me her feminine energy, I will be drawn to you.
Okay.
It's a normal occurrence because if a man who gives, if he started to give you his money, his time, somehow you gonna as a woman you're gonna feel that energy, and then you can kind of like it.
Most definitely.
Most definitely, right? And once that happens, and that is where let's go back.
Energy shift rate.
Yeah, but let's go back to earlier. Let's go talk about the feminine energy and what we're talking about. And that is why when I say a man, what he wants and what he needs from a woman, he needs that feminine energy. So he needs where let's go back. Let's go back again. A man should take care of his woman. Let's go there, and then we can get back to this. I'm still on track. A man should take care of his woman. Her needs, he should take care of her needs. Now, when I say take care of her needs, it's not that I should make every dollar and carry it home. That's from the church. That's some Christian, but they carry all their money home and that's the church. But what I'm talking about a man who see his woman and she brings such a feminine energy that his love and her energy, he loved just taking care of her.
Okay.
He loved just doing things for her. He's so happy about it. He could give his heart. He could give all his love. He could make sure she's taken care of properly. Because of her femininity, because she's soft, she's nice, she's respectful. She know what to say. She know how to greet him when he comes. The whole 9 yards. And so if you stop showing your energy, the feminine energy, and you take on the role as a masculine energy, what has happened, and let me give you a good example why Bahamian woman does this. Bahamian woman decided that they got hurt. They had this boyfriend, had this relationship, it went bad, so they go home, cry for this. They picked this feminine man. And they decided that was going to work. But that can't work. Two feminine people can't work. That can't work. Don't care how hard you try. And so what happens now that they discover that this feminine man is not working. So she leave. So she go home and cry. I'm giving you a little example. Now when she get home and she cry and she's all hurt for weeks, for days, she's forcing herself to stay away because she's hurt. She don't want to see him. She don't want him call. So she's trying to play take on a man role.
She's trying to basically restore herself, eh?
Exactly. But she now is taking on the man role by being this. I can handle this. I can stay away. I can treat him like how woman, how a woman should be treated. But he never gets it. So she leaves him. She finds Tony. She brings that same energy and she take on this role of masculine. So she protecting herself. That's what she find this brick wall. Now she protecting. So her love is this. Her first thing to me is this. Watch this, folks. Her first thing is that I only can show him peace of love. I ain't gonna go all out. I gonna hold back. I'm gonna, you know what? If I go by him, I ain't gonna really clean his house like I used to clean homeboy house. I ain't gonna really cook for him. So she take on this masculine energy of protection because she was hurt. And then she say to me with the conversation. We sit in the house having a drink, a beer, water, whatever, dinner. She goes, I independent. See, that's the bull. That's because she takes on this masculine energy. I really don't need you to do anything for me. Because I could do for myself. Here, the problem. Why would a woman tell a man that? Think about it. Just let that sink in.
From what you've shared, it seems as if she is still operating from a place of hurt. So I'm not sure whether the negative energy or the masculine energy is, I think it's more of a protective mechanism that she has adopted. But in essence, she's really carrying baggage into that new relationship. So she's not allowing the new male figure in her life to really show her any different because she has put up a wall.
So, if she's blocking me from showing my masculine energy, what she's doing?
She's basically protecting herself.
By protecting herself, she's now showing her masculine energy. She's bringing the masculine energy.
Okay.
She's taken the role that I could buy my own food. I could drive myself.
So then she don't need to be in the relationship.
There you go. That's where I'm going. So
she
she needs to be
in the relationship.
So if
she needs to give herself time to heal.
So when a woman take on the masculine energy and she brings the masculine energy, she's tough as nails.
Yeah.
She has something she's blocked. Only a man could be tough as nails.
That's brokenness.
Yeah,
that's
but it might be brokenness. It might be hurt. It might be this. But if you're not coming into this relationship and bringing your feminine energy, you're bringing your masculine energy.
Yeah.
And it's not good for the relationship.
It's not attractive. For
So
sure.
what the man wants all the time is a feminine woman. So if you bring in a masculine energy, how could you then have a good relationship? Folks, we're having a little difficulty.
Keep talking.
We're trying to get your
well, there hasn't been any
Yeah.
comments since Miss Hannah, and it hasn't showed here. So,
Yeah.
but it's just that the previous ones were deleted.
But
so
it's
don't
deleted,
be
so
distracted.
we're trying to work it, but we're gonna get it. But see, when a woman takes on a masculine energy and when she brings it into a relationship, a man has to now either he fight it, either he joins it, or he has to go to a feminine energy, because he has to now take the back role as, okay, all right, you lead, I can follow. See, men should never put himself in a situation, and so most men that women attract today has the feminine energy, because most of them don't want to even take care of the woman. They don't want to even pay the bills. They jucking and jiving. They got excuse for everything. And so what happens, the woman really takes on the masculine energy because they have to step in the plate. Even in home and marriages, they got to do the job. They got to do this. They can pay the children, pay the school fee, the whole 9 yards. And so when we say what a man wants from a woman,
Yeah. What he wanted to know
He-
in order to make this thing work.
he wants her to superpower of her feminine energy.
Okay.
He wants.
So he wanted to charge up her energy,
Yeah,
her feminine energy.
He wants her to charge up her feminine energy. He wants her to be the most beautiful, wonderful, attractive. When he sees her, his heart skip 2 beats. Even if she ugly,
Dang.
yeah. Even if she ugly, she has that energy. See, because you could be ugly and beautiful inside. Why are you laughing? Yeah,
Have you ever seen an ugly person?
yeah, man, I see ugly people.
Wow.
People are ugly most times when words come out their mouth.
That's character.
No,
Okay.
that's ugly.
ugly character.
Because if you ugly in the inside, it shows on the outside.
Okay.
And if a man don't want a woman who wears an ugly dress, follow me, all this ugliness, and when he says to her, honey, that dress is ugly, she's going to tell me, I buy it, so I wear it. What kind of BS that is? Because you buy it, you should wear it. No, because you have your feminine energy and you bring it, and your man or your husband say to you, honey, that dress, you know what you should say? Honey, well, you don't like it really? Okay, I'll change it. Or, next time, honey, buy me a better one. I won't wear it. I wouldn't wear this one, but buy me another one and I'll wear it. See, it's too long that in these homes, women are in charge. Because they bring their masculine energy. They don't even know how to talk to you. They don't know how to talk. They have never been trained. The problem we have in the Bahamas is that if you are a professional at your trade, don't care what you do, and you go on and be well trained, Bahamians don't like to pay for professionals, you know.
No?
No. Let me give you an example. Let's say you've been trained, what was that thing again? A life coach. Nobody will pay you because they don't think you're worth it. Because you're Bahamian. But they bring a foreigner and they'll pay him. They won't take your child to you. And so what I'm saying, people who have profession, they very know their craft. In the Bahamas, they get short change. So put this back in a relationship. When you see a woman who knows her craft and knows how to protect and love her man, she always gets short change.
I wonder why.
Because she go and get these feminine men. She don't go get a masculine man. His energy is the same energy as yours. He's looking for you to protect him. He's looking for you to pay the bill. He's looking for you to direct him.
Okay.
He leave everything to you. He say, well, you know what you think. He never leads. And so a man wants a woman, a feminine woman, who he also could tell and talk to. Because the direction all the time is that women are being overpowering men because men bring their feminine energy. Man, most time in the Bahamas, don't come to be in charge.
What they come for?
They come for the very small thing. They're nearsighted. They're nearsighted.
So what they come for?
You get them front. Wait a minute now, watch me. And this is true. You get them front. they give you all the money. They tell you do whatever you want to do. Oh yeah, when I come back, yeah, it's they nearsighted. Sex gonna drive them to hell. They're
So,
nearsighted.
so the ones that are not nearsighted now.
When you see a man, and this is my other, I'm going there now, but since you jumped the gun, when you see a man who control his situation, when he tells a woman, okay, honey, this is what we're gonna do, this is how we're gonna do it, this is the $50 towards this, and I'm gonna give you $100 tomorrow to finish pay for that. That's a man who now, that's a masculine man who knows where he wants to go. He know what he wants from you, a woman. He knows how a woman should conduct herself.
And vice versa,
Yeah,
in relation to how the male role, female role in a relationship.
Right, but not controlling the woman.
Okay.
And woman, get this part, love masculine men. Woman love man to take charge. Woman don't love a man when he wishy-washy.
No.
But they love a man to take charge. And a woman respects a man who takes charge.
Right. However,
Go ahead, let me hear
like
you.
you said, right? Generally, you find that those who like to take charge seldom have a balance. They dominate everything and kill the relationship. So they need to be able to have balance control where there is room for both parties to have a voice, as well as to make contribution in different areas. But many Bahamians, men and women, have this idea that this is a man's role, this is a female's role. And you're talking about feminine energy and masculine energy, and we both have a degree of both. It's just that for females, we're expected to have a higher level of feminine energy, and the man a higher level of masculine energy. Right? So it's being aware that if the man has a higher than expected level of feminine energy, that doesn't make him a sissy.
Don't take it out of context now. We're not talking
No,
about,
I'm just
okay.
saying.
No.
So
What I'm talking about when I say feminine energy, he's a person who cannot make decision. He lets his wife dominate him majority of the time because he don't want to confront her. He has an issue with the wife is very out of control. Most time, your woman is be fine until y'all get mad, then y'all go, I say, y'all go crazy. That's what I call it. That's when your voice get loud.
because you
and-
can't seem
yeah.
to get across to the individual.
Yeah, but-
and I guess it's a
But-
sign of
But
frustration.
a woman might get frustrated and they get crazy. A woman, a man will get quiet and keep his mouth. He say, all right, you know what? You win that. Or he say, I finished with that. But a woman will take that energy to the next 3 levels. Because she got to get her point across.
Okay, so then that's escalating to the masculine level.
Well, that's what they do. That's what women do.
So
Certain
she
women do.
overstepping a bounds.
Yes, and I think when I talk about feminine energy, man now do that. And that's what I'm talking about, not being sissy, but I mean, they start getting loud. And they start to dominate the woman. That's, to me, feminine energy.
Okay.
That's not a man's energy.
Right.
A man's energy is when you get loud, honey, calm down. We ain't going there. It ain't that serious. And I only talking to you and we trying to have a conversation.
Okay.
And that's your opinion. This is mine. But when you see guys go along with him, and then some men can't say nothing in their house. The minute they raise their voice, boy, go outside. Go outside, because I ain't to you. I ain't talking because, what? Because you don't pay no bills here. or because you ain't know what you're saying. Those type of things are masculine energy.
And it definitely destroys a
A
relationship.
woman, watch this now. I'm going to the next step. A woman do not, or a man, do not need you or me to validate him.
Some people do, but it shouldn't be the case. It shouldn't be the normal.
But most times, women need a man. They want to validate a man.
Not the man, not seeking the validation of their man.
Not seeking. They want to validate him. They you know, he's a good man, he's a bad man. They validating him. She gotta be the one to say this is a good catch. A man don't do that. A man in for what it is.
Okay.
He go in as a relationship for what it is.
Okay.
He take it from that point to the next point, what it is. Woman gotta validate.
So in that case, then men want women to know what? They don't need it? They don't
No.
need their validation?
No,
Huh?
no.
They want women to know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't need to validate. Hey, before I jump in bed with you, I know everything about you. My friends don't tell me you ain't this, you that. So I, you know, because most men might be quiet, but they'd investigate what you all about.
I know about that. I know if that's a good place to be.
Well, let me say this to you. When a man take a woman on, he done eyeball her.
True.
He done know her hip roll to the left, to the right. He done know she got cute eyes. He done know she got black kissable lips. He know all of that.
So he has observed the physical characteristics.
Long time. And
So-
and
The
he-
reputation that
yeah,
she may have.
right. He done check it out because he done ask one or two friends, and that's it. But woman, they gotta validate you.
And the man don't need the validation.
Man, last question.
Point number
woman,
2.
Woman validate you. Let me tell you, woman validate you. Woman validate you from. She believe you got money. The type of car you drive. The type of friends you hang out with. You know where you work. See, her validation. She needs to go to her friend, and her friend say, "Yeah, he's a good guy." No, man, don't need to go. Man, go right to the source. Women go all around the place, checking if you're a sweetheart, checking if you had 2 women or how many children, all kind of crap. And most times a woman date a man. Let me tell you why a woman got to validate and how I know why. Most times, if you check it out, most times a woman date a man is recommended from a friend or family member or somewhere, a job. Women don't step in to a relationship unless they have to validate that person. They're gonna find it's some recommendation got to come from somewhere. And I don't know why women like that, but that's just where they are.
I guess they want to kind of venture into safe terrain.
And the show today,
Whereas you all are risk takers and you all like the chase. So the woman on the other hand, and then of course in our society is also stated that women, and you I think alluded to that a few shows ago, queens don't chase men, they attract.
they attract.
So-
Queens don't chase men. Queens don't chase men. They attract men.
Right.
Now let me tell you why a woman validates a man. Because one simple thing, fair. Fair. That is why they validate a man. They so been hurt before, or been in a situation before. They always got to validate somebody before they. That's why they validate them, because they fear. They fear of, if I give this boy my family jewels, the best thing I have, I wonder if he can disappear. Stupid things like that.
You call it stupid, but it's a
What do you
very
mean?
common thing because some guys only want to hit and go.
But
Hit and run is common.
it's good to a guy hit and run because he ain't no good.
But then if he ain't no good, you don't want him have your goods.
What is wrong? See, this is. Now, Lord help me here. I know my pastor can get me, but what is wrong with dating?
There's nothing wrong with dating, but you don't have to give your body to everyone that you
But
date.
how do I know you're a good choice?
My character?
I can marry you based on.
My character, and then you said it too. The feminine energy will give you an indication. So if there isn't that, some people may say, oh, chemistry is not a good thing to judge by, but you can judge based on the chemistry. If there's a strong chemistry between you and an individual, there's more possibility that you all will mesh than if there is no chemistry. And that's why a lot of people go after chemistry in relationships when they're looking to find a partner.
And you know why? We're moving on. I'm gonna get back to that. But, and you know why men shows their feminine energy and more than the masculine energy? Because they're weak. And they don't want to show their weakness. They're weak
Weak in which way?
in many ways. Masculine men who dominate and beat women are hiding something. They're weak in certain area.
Oh,
Feminine men who be so feminine, they're weak because they hide. They cannot. Their masculine is not up to power. They don't have stickability to control a relationship. Stickability to be in a relationship with a strong woman. That kind of way. And stuff like that. You know, like it's all in this. You have to. There's nothing wrong with showing your weakness, you know,
okay.
as a man. There's nothing wrong with showing it
I
because
am
it could be
not-
good.
I'm trying to get an understanding on when you speak of weakness, what traits account for weakness in a man?
It depends now what we're talking about. If we're talking about in society weak or we talking about in a week.
Well, okay, so
okay.
maybe you need to
Okay.
share a bit of both.
in society, if I have a woman who's aggressive,
Assertive.
I say that you can go change the word. change the word.
Bossy.
Yeah, apples and orange, and she speak over me. In society, I can be considered weak. Boy, you let this woman say and be and control you
Okay.
in society.
So when you mentioned weakness, that was what. See, because I allow, or you as a man allow me to carry on like a fool and don't join me, that don't make you weak. It means that you're sensible. You basically don't like confrontations. You don't like public distractions, and you just simply conduct yourself in a sensible way. You understand?
Yeah.
So
But
you're not caught in this inappropriate behavior in public.
you
How
listen to
could I
what
put
you
that?
said. In our
Appro-
our topic, a man, what are you looking for? He's not looking for a woman to dominate him.
No.
He's looking for a woman to work with him,
Right.
love him, cherish him, understand. When you have a woman, like you say, what you say just now, and you meet a masculine man, you give it time. He's not even a fool with that. Or if you decide to fool with that, he's gonna change that. Because the way, not by dominating you,
No.
by the way he treats her
Right.
and how he takes care of her, she gonna know now, I have to be careful what I say or do because this man takes care of me and every. You see where it come? It come full circle. So you find that she might be aggressive or ignorant. That's what we call it. And
Or just simply not properly socialized.
okay, probably such a. But if you treat her with love and respect, eventually she's gonna crave that
Right.
because she realized
And you don't match her vulgarity,
No.
inappropriate behavior. When you go home now,
there you go.
you address
But-
it and you find out, what was that all about.
But
you
one
know?
or two women or 2%, you can't change.
Well, you can't change nobody.
Yeah,
in
but I'm
all
talking about you
honesty.
can't train.
But if
you can, because you can't take a mongrel, a mongrel from the mongrels where she come from. You can't take a mongrel. If your ma's a mongrel and your pa's a mongrel and you come, you's a mongrel. So you could try change, but it ain't work. You should stick in that corner.
So basically, that is why it is so important, for us to spend time and get to know each other, especially in social environment. But the common dating tendency is to take the woman out by herself, wine and dine her, maybe even go out and have a dance or two. But because of the newness of the relationship, it's all about her and you. And then as the relationship matures and you begin to continue to socialize, you take her out and you go and talk to somebody else, and then there's a fight.
Yeah, there's a fight. And before we close, we got a couple of minutes. Before we close, I sorry that we couldn't communicate because the computer gave us some problem. But I like to be able to communicate with you at the show, but we couldn't because whatever. Because I like to answer some of the questions you're coming, but that's fine. And if a man is looking for a woman, this is what we're talking about. A man who desire a man who
And what he wants.
And what he wants.
To know.
he also don't want the woman to kill his ability to pour out love and desire to feel good about himself and you. There's too much time that woman has stopped a man love and his desire to take care of you. Let's go there. Because of your reaction and how you approach him and how you treat him, he lost that zeal or that energy, that masculine energy, to take care of you. Because a masculine man wants to know he's in charge. He wants to know he got you. He food on the table, your water bill pay, your light bill pay. Since we can go low like this, your car running, you okay, you secured properly, your home, your roof over your head, even in you going to church. All of this, he wants to make sure have it covered and got you covered. He wants to pour his love out to you. And if you stop him from pouring his love out, the relationship is not going anywhere. So what a man looks for in a woman is that a woman who could tap into his masculine feeling, and his masculine, and understand the way he's at, and work with him to bring the masculine more. See, the more you work with this individual, the more he gives to share. And that is what happens to most men wants woman to always love, respect, and cherish him. And he will in return give you everything you desire. And we're not talking about men who just looking for whatever
Good time.
a good time. I'm talking about the men who come to build a foundation with you, who building a foundation with you. A man wants to build a
And take a journey.
he
Take a
wants
journey.
a woman who willing to build a foundation with him. That's what he's looking for. He's looking for, let's go to Melanie conversation. He's looking for a woman to cook, clean, cook, clean. Not really, I just mess with you. He's looking for a woman to
Yeah,
be,
you're looking for all of that too.
yeah, he's looking for a woman to understand, who speak the same language he speaks, who
So,
sharing the same idea and dreams, who desire him, so he can then desire you. Sorry, darling.
so my question to all of that is, so she is supportive, she's respectful, she cooks, she cleans, she embraces your masculine energy, but she's not good in bed. How does she fare?
We go back to that.
How does she fare?
Every human being could learn. That's what I believe.
That's true. Providing.
Okay, I'm getting.
That's a provision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Providing you don't want to learn.
Oh, you are willing to.
Yeah. If you are willing to learn, you could work it out.
I agree.
That percentage of who don't want to learn, who ain't really learn, you really want to talk about this? Okay. There's women today, and probably some men, who are stubborn and real stubborn. Because a man like it standing up, I too old for that. You know how you all go, I too old for that. I want to lay down. Well, hell, you come to get this man. You say you love this man. You bring in your masculine energy, use the female. Where you going with this? Why you fixing your face like that? Go talk to me now. Talk to me. I been on to talk to me. I straight up. That's why I wish I could have talked to Kim them, because I just straighten them up. But there's too many female bring the masculine energy. The same thing I'm talking about. I want pork chop today, but that's what I cooking because this what my children like. What this has to do with this now? You bring your masculine energy. You're telling me now the children's voice, not me. See, I ain't going down that road, but all I can say to you, and I'm going to close with this. Everyone, listen to this, wants to feel a need in the relationship. Everybody wants to feel that they need it. So, if everybody in a relationship feels that they need it, so everybody have a role to play. So, if you take my role, you don't need me.
So
if you don't let me be the man, and you want me wear the skirt, and you two was wearing the skirt, you don't need me. Because now I can't even open my own mouth in your house. I can't say, because it ain't my house, because if it was my house, I could open my mouth. There's too many women dominates situation, and so the man cannot show his masculine. He can't open his mouth in his own house. If he open his mouth, now y'all ain't want me go on my favorite topic now, because I better leave that right there, because if I go on my favorite topic, why are you looking at me?
Favorite topic?
Let me close this and I get back. There's men in their own house can't even turn on their own wife. Can't turn her over and say, honey, can't turn her. I gave you sex on Tuesday and Friday, so you gotta wait. So, I would keep this real. What do a man want from a woman? Man want a woman to share in his journey with love, compassion, with wholesomeness, and most of all, with good communication. That's the key. When the sex dead, and when my body, all the hair drop off my head, and I can't do it no more, sex gone, my money gone. If we don't have love and communication, we have nothing. So man looking for a woman he can communicate with, and she communicate with him back. And communication, if you put the word communication, communication have all its connections. You see, it joined together. Love, patience, compassion. Yeah, sex in there too, but all these things that does matter. You have to have a heart for me to tap in, for me to open up. Because when we fight, that heart that I have open up, and always say, honey, I love you. Don't we ain't going this way. We love one another. Let's talk this over. Honey, well, let's leave that there. Let's just move on. It's me and you and the world. And so in this world, it's only me and you, and I love you and you love me, and we can work this out. And if I don't have $1 tomorrow, you got my back. If I can't have sex no more, you got my back. If I can't walk no more, don't put me in the children's home. I mean the what home?
Senior
Senior
citizen.
citizen home. You keep me in the house and you take care of me. You turn me over, I got sores on my back.
Mm-hmm.
You love me. You stick with me through thick and thin. Man wants a woman who will be there for him. That's it right there. What do you call it? I can be the Boaz, and what's she supposed to be?
Ruth?
Yeah, Ruth. I'll be Boaz and she be Ruth. Melanie, you go ahead and say what you say before you.
Well, Tony, you've demonstrated that men don't really want too much.
No, we get little.
Y'all don't expect too much.
No.
But what you do expect is weighty, very weighty, and it can only happen in the presence of love. So when that's the test of true love, when you embrace the masculinity. Now let me say masculinity in balance, because as you know, in the Bahamas, masculinity, as Miss Hannah mentioned earlier, is like shut up and shake, or put up and shut up, or just shut up and be submissive. But no, you've painted the picture where there is a dynamic interaction between the partners, where there is mutual respect, and also what I liked was the aspect of the woman basically being there, and much like being your number one cheerleader,
Yeah.
being your supporter,
Yeah, for me.
being sensitive to your needs, and also being respectful both in the home and outside of the home. And you know, I always say, in our culture, people seem to think that others have the ability to read minds, or they have expectations that come from their past. And the one thing that you mentioned in the adoption of the masculine characteristic by females who should be predominantly feminine is that it comes from a place of hurt. So my advice would be to any female who has had a bad past, give yourself time to heal. If you find that you're still not healing, go and get help, because there are people there who can help you to overcome whatever it is. Sometimes it's even childhood trauma. It may not even be a previous partner. But we have to be whole within ourselves in order to be able to give our partners. And yes, a man is supposed to cherish and love, but we are supposed to do likewise as females. So there ought to be a balance. I've always believed that men and women are looking for the same thing: love, respect, companionship, as Miss Hannah mentioned. But you want to feel needed, but you also want to feel appreciated.
See, the problem in the country is this: bad tongue. That is a serious problem. People speak on your relationship that with their tongue.
But you know,
And so they go on and bring this negative energy. And so what has happened when you have a relationship that works and you decided one day that I can talk something with what's happened in my house. The minute you open that,
oh yeah, that it gone, it over,
yeah,
it done.
your relationship in trouble. And there's too much time. That's what people do. They waiting for you to open your relationship to them.
Right?
And once you done that, only God can help you.
Yeah. But until you do that, they only could speculate. They can only hate on you.
Right.
But never, if you really, really want to have a good, solid relationship, don't tell mommy, don't tell daddy. Tell the person you're with when it comes to problems. When it comes to the good things, yes, you could broadcast it to the world.
but
know that you're going to have some haters as a
But if
result
you
of it.
have a problem, find a person that you know you could trust. And let me tell you, if somebody been married for 60 years and 40 years, they've been through hell and back. So they're the person to talk to, because experience is a bugger. Experience build this country. Think about that.
Yeah,
saying.
words don't. It's
Experience build this country. Though we don't want experienced people around, we're trying to fire everybody with experience. But experience build this
Retire
sweet.
them, not fire them, man. Retire
Experience build this sweet country. Experience.
Build the world.
And so you could go to somebody who went through the fire, and somebody who's positive can bring positive light to you. See, most relationship, when you say what who man wants and man does, the key is this: most men, I believe, when they find a woman and she is wife material, he might do fool. But remember what thing he always say: I want my woman know I doing fool. He'll run the town, but he ain't leaving any woman. And so that tells me that men looking for something special.
Yep.
And so if men want something special, that means they kind of got a good heart somewhere.
Just need to exhibit that good art
Right.
and practice discipline.
Right. That's it. Practice discipline. But they mean well because they got good heart. It is when that he hit this brick wall, what can he do? Anyhow, our show is 1 hour, and we love to spin this doctor. But this doctor doesn't spin. So some things you can't change. Some things you try to change for the better, but if you set in your way, you ain't gonna never change them.
Yep. And then you got to remember, you can't beat a dead horse.
Amen,
That's the
sister.
closing word.
And I believe in divorce.
Can't beat a dead horse.
So enjoy your evening. We were under the tree. Back here next Saturday. Same time, same place. 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Sorry on Saturday. Sorry we didn't get to answer some of y'all. But next week we'll fix this. And next week we can answer if you want. Come back and we'll answer you. Anyway, have a good one, Melanie.
Yep, take care, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us again today. All of our followers, Freeport, USA,
All this.
islands of
Texas,
the Bahamas.
Texas, the whole crew.
Yes.
We'll see you next Saturday. Same place, same time. Enjoy your week. Bye-bye now.
Take care.
Take care.